Hey everyone, it's Kendall with Lawnbot here. Quick video on how to get Lawnbot connected to your Gravity forms if you utilize WordPress. So this is assuming that you've already added Lawnbot under your own domain. So once you've added Lawnbot's iframe code to the site or used our plugin, now is the time to get traffic to Lawnbot. So we're going to navigate to our forms. Click on forms. Here's their couple forms. What's really cool is you can connect the Lawnbot to as many forms as you'd like. So the biggest thing in how we do this is we're going to click edit. This opens the form. You'll notice when you hover over each field, there's field IDs. And the key of how we get all of this to work seamlessly is we need to write down these field IDs. So grab a piece of paper, write down these field IDs so that you have them. So you see field 3, field 5, field 6, field 4, field 7, field 8, okay? Now we're gonna go to confirmations. And typically everybody has, or a lot of people have a generic thank you message for their confirmation. So we're gonna go to edit, or you can even add a new confirmation, but let's just edit the default confirmation in this case. So what this does is it's going to change. Instead of a generic thank you message that the form generates, this prospect is actually going to land right on the Lawnbot link that you created. And the field parameters, those field IDs that we just mentioned, will also transfer through the URL. So it's going to be a very seamless experience. And what's nice is the lead or prospect won't have to enter all of that information again, because our Lawnbot code and script is able to read all of this data as long as it's in this format. So it's very important that these parameters are all passed via the URL. So as you can see here, we are going to change the confirmation type to redirect. We're going to enter the redirect URL. So that's going to be the URL of where your bot lives, and it's different for everybody. And then this is the other thing that we're going to do. We're going to pass field data via query string. So in the instructions, you'll have all the different parameters that currently Lawnbot supports with accepting through the URL. So you get to pick. I want to make a key point here is we've built Lawnbot to accept addresses a couple different ways. What you see here is the customer address and zip code. We've also built Lawnbot to be able to read Google geolocated addresses, which have address, city, state, zip code. So there's a couple different address parameters. So if you have any questions about how to implement it in your specific use case, feel free to reach out. But there's a few different parameters that you can use for address. Key point is if you use the customer address and customer zip, you're not going to use the Google locate parameter. So at this point, you can see I've got phone and then the field ID. This needs to be the same, right? Name, :3, email, :6. So those are all the field IDs, and the parameters are going to transfer through the URL in this case. So at that point, we're going to click Save Confirmation. At any point, you'll be able to click Preview. You should be able to enter some form data and click Submit. And you can see I was redirected, and you can actually test out the parameters in the URL, make sure they're all transferring nice and beautifully. So if you have any questions, like I said, feel free to reach out, and we'd be more than happy to help you implement this into your website.